will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Cardinals will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Robbins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go to work first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Kick is in the air. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like, when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Complete to the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Buck. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Penny. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. You get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. But jet sweep pass. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Michigan. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Tulsa rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the 1st quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the 1st quarter and getting their first one.
The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Using his legs, it's Robbins. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played one quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking deep. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that top, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Hunt is in the air. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man on the right. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. They're dealing with a second and long. Using his legs, it's Robbins. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. On the move, the football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Here comes the heat. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the...
There he goes! Down enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Looking for space. It's Robbins. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Bowling Green is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over the Red Hawks of Miami. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Under fire. his big tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Got room to work. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, will they dial up on second and a long... Turning it on! They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide open downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking to get it in. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Cardinals.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking for a crease. It's Robin. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
The Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. He tries to take the top off. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Complete to the right. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Cardinals will hustle to the line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Wants to keep it in the air. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Got him downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The lone back's got it. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. On the ground, it's Robin. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Looking to throw. Here's the pressure. He's got the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. And the Wolverines will come to the line to convert on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. Snags it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 19 to Georgia Tech. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Here's a heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
And the Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, they're trailing by a lot of points right now, and the problem is there's usually only one way to get back into it, and that means throwing the ball, and the defense knows it. And that's why they're pinning their ears back. They're dialing up blitzes. Guys are just rushing upfield, and they're finding it easier to get to the quarterback. They've got a few sacks already in this game. It's going to be even easier at this point because this offense has just dug themselves into such a big hole.
Here's the punt high into the air. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Typically at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. Looking downfield on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
And the Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now facing a 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. A strike downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass from the jet sweep. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Louisville! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Michigan offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Makes it past the marker. Made a defender miss. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. But we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Leaves it with the back. Quick spin on the line. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The play-action fake. This time it's complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looking to throw on first down. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. This one's complete. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Cardinals want to crank the tempo. Now from inside the red zone. He's got him. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Oklahoma.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Robbins. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
And with the win, they now move to 2-1. You know what's really important is for teams to be able to put wins back-to-back. It's been a little bit of an up-and-down roller coaster ride early this season. Still a lot of football left to go, but you know this coaching staff is going to want to build on this outstanding performance today and really get this thing home.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, You got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.